parametric vessel and tanks that I've been talking about. So using Grasshopper, you can come out with a vessel shape that's fully parametric. And I've sort of gone in and made the vessel actually parametric based off a set of internal tanks that are our freshwater rinsing baths. As you can see on the right here, you've got all your different transformations you can change. These stem from the Grasshopper environment, which I'll bring over now. So you can grab this section here from, it's a shareware, well not shareware, but it's Creative Commons use, so you can use it without having to reference it, and you can change it and modify it however you want. And what it is it's basically programming for Rhino. So someone's built this, and you can put in all your different parameters for the size of vessel you want, things like bulb shape, bilge radius, propeller clearance, deck height, forward shoulders, blah 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 blah, and you can make pretty much dictate what sort of vessel you want. And this works live with Rhino. So side by side, this page here works with Rhino here. So what you can do, if you've got one screen, you can do it like this. How am I going to do this? Otherwise, you just use this environment here, but get rid of that. And as you can see, if I go in and change, say, let's have a look at bulb angle. So if I've gone in and changed things like my bulb height, so initially 4.9 meters, I can go in, change that to, it's just updating. You can see it's completely changing the vessel, the full vessel, all the lines plans and things get amended. So let's change that back to 490 as it was. Now I've actually made this vessel change in respect to the tanks inside, so you can add your own bit of programming in. So this section up here is my tank designation and parameterization, so my tanks are actually parameterized as well. So I've got things like outer width, which is my tank width, outer length is my tank length, the mitre on the sides, the inner lengths, so these inner lengths are mainly structural, tank spacing, things like that, and how many obviously. I've also got parameters for aft peak and fore peak clearances and keel clearances as well. So you can change all this. Say if I wanted a larger length, so if I want a 60 metre tank, that fully changes the vessel size. So 2500 rather than the initial 22. So let's change that back to 4900. 49,000. So as you can see, that changed all of that. I've got live VCB and LCB. And this blue line represents my water line. So that's essentially based off a calculation it does here. So I know my tanks are approximately going to be 21,000 cubic meters. I adjust this till I get to a certain point that represents that amount. Obviously I have to account for all my other weights on the vessel. You change that, you can change your draft, and your draft will obviously amend your displacement. So from that you can figure out your operating draft, which is kind of cool. So I'm expecting mine to be about the 6.1 or something. Yeah, 6 meter mark. Yeah, so pretty cool. I can change all that sort of stuff. Let's move this back over here. As I said, you also have the option of working in the sidebar here with all those different angles. So that's quite a nifty way of doing it, but it's just, yeah, I found it a bit of a blowout.